Plura Cave, Norway, 6th of February 2014. In the remote, snow-covered hills of Nordland County lies a lake so calm it mirrors the grey winter sky. Beneath its frozen surface, however, lurks one of Europe's deepest and most treacherous underwater cave systems. Known simply as Plura Cave, it stretches for hundreds of meters into icy blackness, with passages so narrow that even the most skilled divers feel the press of rock around them. That bitter February morning, a team of Finnish cave divers had gathered to attempt something extraordinary, connecting Plura with the nearby Steinugorflaget cave through submerged tunnels over 2 kilometers long, at depths approaching 110 meters. Among them was 40-year-old Jari Usimki, a quiet man known for his meticulous preparation and steady nerves. His diving logbook contained over 800 cave dives across Scandinavia. As Jari suited up that morning, the surface temperature sat at 15 C. He moved with his usual ritual, checking each gauge twice, testing his backup lights, running his fingers along the guideline that would lead him home. His teammate Patrick watched him secure his dive computer to his wrist, the same worn Suunto that had guided Jari through a dozen extreme dives before. "Beautiful day for it," Jari had said, nodding toward the mirror still water. It would be the last words many of his team would remember him speaking. They entered the water at 12:30 p.m. Visibility was exceptional. Their torches cut through gin-clear water, revealing pale limestone walls that descended into an abyss. For the first 20 minutes, everything proceeded perfectly. Radio checks confirmed all divers were on schedule, gas supplies optimal, and the guideline properly deployed. At 110 meters deep, the cave began to change character. The tunnel narrowed dramatically, forcing divers to adjust their trim and navigate through spaces barely wide enough for their equipment. Here lay the infamous choke point, a horizontal slot that dipped steeply through soft sediment. Local divers called it the washing machine for good reason. At 1:15 p.m. it happened. The lead diver's fins disturbed the silt lining the passage walls. In seconds, decades of accumulated sediment erupted into a choking cloud. Visibility collapsed from several meters to absolute zero. Even powerful 3,000 lumen torches couldn't penetrate more than an inch through the murky soup. In that suffocating darkness, the cave became a maze of false passages and dead ends. Jari and his dive buddy became separated from the main group. The guideline, their lifeline to daylight, remained in place, but finding it in the twisting passage required careful, methodical searching. Every movement stirred more silt. Every second consumed precious breathing gas. Jari's buddy managed to locate the line and follow it toward clearer water. Behind him, in the blackness, Jari's torch beam grew fainter, then disappeared entirely. The silence that followed would haunt his teammate for months afterward. Not the sound of struggle, not frantic exhaust bubbles, just the terrible quiet of deep water, where a friend had been moments before. At 1:45 p.m., when the expected sequence of lights failed to appear at the rendezvous point, the grim realization struck: someone was missing. The planned traverse was immediately abandoned as the team spread out, searching with methodical sweeps through the silt-choked passage. By 3:00 p.m., with gas supplies running critically low, the last search team surfaced without Jari. Norwegian authorities were contacted. The Plura Cave claimed another life. Recovery operations began the following morning. Specialized Finnish cave rescue divers, trained specifically for body retrieval in extreme conditions, worked in shifts over 4 grueling days. The water temperature of 4 C seeped through their dry suits, numbing hands that needed to work by touch alone through the silted passages. Each attempt meant pushing through the same treacherous choke point where Jari had become lost. Progress measured in inches. At that depth, every movement had to be calculated. One wrong turn, one moment of panic, and another family would receive the dreaded phone call. On 10 February, after 72 hours of methodical searching, they found Jari's body wedged in a false passage just 20 meters from the main guideline. His gas gauges read empty. Later examination confirmed he had become trapped in the narrow restriction, unable to find his way back to the main passage before his air supply ran out. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the European cave diving community. Plura's reputation for unforgiving conditions was well known, but this incident became a stark reminder that in extreme cave diving, the margin for error remains absolute zero. Jari Uusim Ki was remembered by his peers as one of the most careful, experienced divers in Scandinavia. His death reinforced a hard truth in caves like Plura, where rescue is impossible and every decision carries life or death consequences. Even perfection isn't always enough. The lake above remains as tranquil as ever, its surface giving no hint of the labyrinth of flooded stone beneath. But for those who knew Jari, it serves as a memorial to a man who pushed the boundaries of human exploration, and a reminder that some frontiers demand the ultimate price. In the months following the tragedy, the international cave diving community established new protocols. The Plura Principle now requires mandatory silt management techniques and enhanced buddy separation procedures for all extreme depth cave dives. Jari's death, whilst devastating, helped save lives by forcing the sport to confront its most dangerous assumptions about experience and preparation. Perhaps that's the most fitting tribute to his memory, that his final dive, though it ended in darkness, cast light on the paths that would keep future explorers safe. Sometimes, the greatest courage isn't in pushing forward, but in knowing when the cave is telling you to turn back. Stories like Jari's remind us why these forgotten corners of our planet continue to fascinate and terrify in equal measure. If you found this account compelling, there are countless other tales of human endurance and the unforgiving beauty of the underground world. Each one a testament to those who venture where few dare to follow. Before you go, I'm curious about your own experiences. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where split-second decisions meant everything? Perhaps you've been caving, diving, or simply faced a moment where experience wasn't enough and instinct had to take over. Drop a comment below and share your story. What did those moments teach you about risk, preparation, or knowing your limits? And if Jari's story resonated with you, what's the most important lesson you're taking away? Sometimes, the most profound insights come from our community's collective wisdom. I read every comment, and your experiences often inspire the next stories I choose to tell. You never know, your comment might just help someone else make a life-saving decision when they need it most.